Guys. How are you
All
guys
right.
doing?
Hi,
Hello,
Jess. How are
hello.
you doing?
We're
Yeah, we're
good, we're
doing great.
good.
We're good. Yeah. Hope you're doing well as well.
Right. So today I'm interviewing you. I'm interviewing you guys as BT and Jng.
Yes,
And
sir.
just
Hmm.
to kick things off, can you guys tell me a bit about yourself?
So about me, we are both in high schools in Australia, and we were originally from Malaysia, and then we migrated here. I migrated into Australia when I was in year 5.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Brandon, when did you come?
I came here in year 9, so roughly about probably 3 to 4 years ago, something like that.
Mm, yeah.
Yeah.
So and then yeah, we met in high school, and then we just
Mhm.
started, got along well, became friends, and then started making a little a few songs this year.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yes. So I am BT, and I go by the alias of Wolfie back in Malaysia as a producer. So this year we have decided to come out as like artists and pursue what we want to do, which is making music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, how long have you guys been working together?
Mm, this year we
This
started.
year, yeah,
Oh,
this
Yeah.
year.
then what made you guys like actually start then?
We've always had the passion for music, so I feel like it's always been in us, and like it's been planned. Like we didn't start like making music until this year, but we already had like the thought of it since year 10, which is like two
Yeah,
years
we're
ago.
like, let's actually do something, and then
Mhm.
we came out and did a few songs.
But like
Yeah.
before you get, because I understand that BT you have experience as Wolfie back in Malaysia. What about Jng though? Have you like done music before you guys formed the group together?
No, no. The closest I have to music was listening on my iPods, listening on Spotify every day.
Yeah,
That's about it.
Yeah, having a
yeah,
good ear means that you can also have good taste in making music though.
that's probably it. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, how about we start talking about your music? So you guys have released 3 songs so far this year. How about we start
Yeah.
with the first one, "Loving
Okay.
You." Can you tell me more
Yes.
about it?
So the process started with I had made the beat for Loving You like probably a year back, but it was for one of my projects in Malaysia, but I think it never really took off. So then one day when we really like figured out on the date to like sit down and actually start working on the music, uh, we went through a few beats of mine. I sent like probably like hundreds of them through like our group chat. And then so I think Josh like really liked this one that I had, which turned out to be the Loving You beat. And we wrote my verse first. So the chorus was like nothing. So we wrote my verse first, and then Jae Young wrote his verse, and then we wrote the chorus.
The chorus for "Loving You" and our next song for "Psycho," it's really magical because it's usually we get on FaceTime, we listen to a beat, and we like freestyle it, and then we
Mhm.
keep it in.
Yeah,
That's how our chorus are formed.
yeah, yeah.
So it just came naturally to you guys then, like almost the entire song.
So like yeah, so basically, Loving You, my verse was probably written in 10 to 15 minutes. Jae Young's verse was written in
30,
about
40 minutes.
34 minutes, and then I freestyled the chorus, and yeah, so we laid it down, and then we decided that because we had a demo of just both of us on it, but I felt
Mm.
like it was missing something. We felt like it was missing something, so we reached out to our friend Haley, who isn't part of our group, but like she contributed vocals to this because I had heard some of her songs before and some of her vocals, and I thought it really fit the song.
Was
So
"Loving You" like the song that made you guys realize that you actually had good chemistry? Because it sounds like everything just went kind of smoothly.
mm, right. So I think we tried before, like as I said in year 10, but like it never materialized. But with Loving You, I think the process came so easily, and we decided we thought like, wow, like I've never like
Yeah.
we've never like done this so easily before. So and especially as like my experience as like a producer as well, it's like it's very hard to find like a good chemistry with someone, an artist who can like bounce off you and stuff. So we really connected with the music for sure.
Like our past experiences, like migrating, all that, like being in the same school, that really helped too. And then like slowly getting to know each other, and
Mm,
then having like experiencing pretty similar backgrounds, all that.
mm,
That's how like we feel really connected. And then with Loving You, Chinese name I Sang Ni. So that came out pretty well because we recorded it pretty quick.
yeah.
And then we're just like, yeah, this is fun. We want to do more. Hopefully everyone likes it. That's about
Mm,
it.
yeah.
Because I also
Mhm.
understand that Loving You has both like Chinese and English vocals. So which one of you was doing like either of these?
So the chorus was I came up with the melody for the flow and the melody for the chorus, but not the actual words. The words came about when I was like, yeah, freestyling it like after
For
that.
my verse, it was the one in Chinese, and then it was I came up with the flow first, and then I started writing lyrics down for it. And then
Yeah.
whatever it suited, I like tweaked it a little bit, and then after that, we both like reviewed our verses and the chorus, and were like, oh yeah, make some little twists, you know, or just
Yeah.
like okay, sounds good.
Yeah. So
Because I remember having my first listen of Loving You and then suddenly realizing, oh, this is Chinese. Then I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool
yeah.
actually.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we wanted to incorporate like a little bit of our Chinese culture in Malaysia, and like also give our English listeners in school some, you know, some just so that they could understand what was happening as well.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
Uh, yeah. Ultimately, it's BT and Jng is a combination of like the music that we like listening to because I am very into like the rap scene and like the Western scene, and Josh Jng is very into the Chinese like K-pop kind of like sound. So
K-pop,
when we mix together,
Taiwan.
yeah, yeah, this is what we get. Yeah.
It's like a bridge between the Western and the Asian music,
Mm, yeah.
basically.
And which leads to this modern sound that you have then, right?
For
Mm,
sure,
yeah.
definitely. Yeah.
And how about we move on to Psycho, your second single of 2021?
Yes.
Could you tell me like what was the thought process behind this track? Like how different is it from Loving You?
So this song, I think it was conceived probably a day before we released Loving You.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I had made the beat on my laptop and then I came up with the melody of the chorus in my head and I laid it down immediately, just like a demo, like me humming on it. And then after that, I sent it to Jae-young and we were like, what do you think? And he really liked it. So then we proceeded with it and we worked on it together over the next week. Yeah.
You look back at Loving You, the choruses, it's like once you're like loving someone, you're really in love.
Mhm.
And then Psycho is more like reminiscing about this special person. And then if you go to circles, if we fast forward a little bit, it's like there's just this cycle of loving someone, and then it's like reminiscing about her, and then like
Mm.
finally losing her, but trying to get over her, basically.
Yeah.
Because
Normally when you put out your first single, you have this hype and like
Yeah.
behind it. And now when you're putting out the second single, people are familiar with you knowing that you already put out music. So how did it
yeah.
feel like?
Um, I think our first release gave us confidence to keep releasing more because the first release was not gonna lie, it was the most like excruciating one because we were like thinking, oh, what are people gonna say? What are people gonna think about it, right?
Yeah.
But for the second one, I think like and we showed it to like a few of our like closer friends and they really liked it. So we had a good feeling that, it was a good song. So I guess you could say we weren't as nervous as Loving You, but yeah, that's how it is.
Your third track, Circles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit different from like your first two tracks because it's more stripped down, it's more bare
Mm,
bones, like a ballad.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
could you tell me about why you chose to go that route?
Mm, because originally our plan for this like artist like this project we had was to release these three songs first as our like first taste of what we can actually offer before we release other stuff in the future. So I thought this story, this narrative we're following, as you can see, like Josh said, Loving You starts with like, it's like the feeling of in love. And Psycho is like like you're about to lose the girl, and then like circles is like the end of it. So I guess you could say I call it circles as well because I wanted to loop in as in like this like story and the cycle follows through an endless like loop of like a circle. So and we decided because to fit the story that we were going to go with, I couldn't come up with like an energetic idea for circles. It had to be stripped down because it was like a circle. It's like from like love to just like the end of it, I guess, and the loss.
And
Yeah.
then you start again with another loss, and then just
Yeah.
same thing over and over again.
Yeah. So it is the endless circle. Yeah.
Yeah. And we also wanted to like explore like the variations of music. So we have like ballad and then psycho and then loving you.
Yeah.
Right. I think if you sing about love, having a ballad is kind of a no-brainer, right? You kind of just need to
Yeah.
have one.
For sure, yeah. And like I think we really like ballads as well. So like it was really fun for like me to work on it. And like because in my work is like in Malaysia, I don't do like ballads. It's mostly like rap stuff. So it was refreshing and it was pretty fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Because for Circles in its title, it says bonus track. So
Yeah.
was there like an EP or something planned while you were dropping these 3 songs?
So the original plan was to have like Loving You and Psycho to be at the forefront of it. And so Circles is like it closes the era or like the chapter of it, but at the same time, it's because it only has me on it, so it's not technically a full song, like how Loving You and Psycho is. So yeah, that's why we decided to call it bonus track.
But talking about these
Yeah.
3 songs as a whole,
Mhm.
can you guys tell me about the influence for these tracks? Because just now, BT mentioned that you did rap stuff, Jng is more into K-pop pop stuff, and what you guys are doing is definitely more in the pop side of things.
It's like it's hard to explain, but it's like our connection and the connection to the song where we first heard it, like the sample.
Oh,
So like,
Because
yeah.
Brandon always gives me a list of beats, and then I just pick it, and then it's usually like he already has a list of like the tracks that we're gonna do or like he likes, and then usually my tops are usually his top that we see there's a future
Yeah,
on it.
so like I want to say for like Loving You, like the influence on it, at first, the original beat was very more chill than how you're already hearing it. Like it was more stripped down, and I think um I wanted to take it to the next level. So I have a collaborator in Malaysia. His name is Sona One. He's yeah, he's a good friend of mine, and he's a very like big name in the scene. So it was an honor for him to have him on us, like have him on the track with us to assist us with it. And he added a few elements of it to like give it more like groove and liveliness. And for that, I want to thank him for that as well. So yeah.
were there any artists in particular that you guys were just drawing from while creating the songs?
An artist that I draw from a lot in my ad libs and like my like delivery style would be like in comparison like Playboy Cardi or like Juice WRLD, ASAP Rocky, like that type. And it's very evident in my music, like my delivery style.
Mine's probably from the Taiwanese R&B artists like OG, Juan Papa, OSN, Sunkiss, Karen CC, that whole group in Taiwan. Because I mostly listen to their music, and then there's more Korean artists like J-Pop, CK, PH1, and all of them.
Like these are very, very different worlds, to be fair.
Yeah, very. That's why I would say it's like a bridge between two worlds.
Yeah, it's not really like tried, I guess, in the current like mainstream like music. I mean, you have some elements of it, but I feel like it's not as like apparent as ours, I guess.
Yeah, even the fact that you guys can come up with something so cohesive with so many different influences is like kind of amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And also this next question, right, is more directed towards BT because I wanted to talk about Wolfie for a bit.
Sure.
I understand that you did rap stuff and it's very like aggressive, more like just bangers in general.
Yeah,
I was wondering
that's
how
right.
it felt like to go from that to what you're doing now with Jng.
Honestly, like the rap stuff and like the banger stuff is fun to do, but at the same time, it's like I'm doing it with strangers. Like I may know them, but not as closely as I do know, like let's say like Jay who has been like my friend for a while. So like it's like to do it with a friend is a much more fun experience, I feel like, especially when we're both passionate for the same thing and we want the same type of sound. It's really fun, especially when, yeah, because I'm a producer and sometimes I don't get like the final say, a creative say that the artist wants to have. I get like told by the artist or like what to do. So in a way, since we're both artists and we're both working on the same thing, we get to contribute equally to it. And I like that is something that I like having that like power of over like what my work is.
And now my other question is directed towards Jay and I wanted to ask you how does it feel to finally put out music? Because it is your somewhat first time.
Yeah, it is my first time. So as I said before, it's like the sense of satisfaction and like at the same time, the first song I was like very nervous, very nerve wracking, and then it's just we keep on doing this because after the first music, I had a lot of friends back in Malaysia, cousins, relatives everywhere. They're just suddenly texting me, "Oh, this is amazing. You didn't sing this and everything," and then just from those feedbacks, I just feel really honored and like just feels really good to put on music out there and have like really long distance friends and family to be listening to it.
Because when you dropped Circles a couple of days ago, you said that it is an end of an era. So what are your plans for the future?
So the plan for the future right now is obviously to like right now in the present, since we're in year 12 right now, it's important for us to focus on school as well because like that is we want to like make sure that our parents are like satisfied before we move on to like, what we actually want to do. So uh but after this era, which is like the Loving You Psycho Circles era, we plan on releasing more music under the BT and Jng as like a full like cohesive project, like not like actually a single, like single drop, more like an EP or an album
Right.
that we are in the midst of planning right now. But
Mhm.
yeah, that is our plan for the moment.
There's a plan for the end of the year, hopefully.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to your new music and also wishing you guys good luck for your exams before you start working on
Thank
more
you,
music.
thank you,
Thank you so much. We really
thank
need
you,
it.
thank
Yeah.
you. We need it.
We need it badly.
Well, then before we
Yeah.
end off, right, do you guys have anything that you might want to tell my viewers?
Stream our music. Thank you for listening if you have, and enjoy.
Thanks, thanks, Jensen, for having us on here, and
Yeah.
hope you
Thank you
guys
so much. Yes.
hope you guys look forward to our future tracks.